So what I have in front of me right here is the earnings for this week, March 22nd, 2021. And what I thought I'd go through before Tuesday opens, I thought I'd go through the most interesting earnings on Tuesday. And as you could see, I mean, a lot of these companies I don't know anything about, so I picked just like a handful of the most interesting ones: GameStop, Bio Nanogenomics, Adobe at Home, Curiosity Stream, and Adder Pharma. Just go over and view the price action, review the technical analysis aspect of it, and if there's any other on this list, even in the future, Wednesday, Thursday, or even Friday, that you would like to see. A lot of these aren't too interesting to me. Just overall to get a picture, I might pick a few out from each different sector to see just how each sector gets impacted by earnings. That might be something to look out and watch out for, like say General Mills or KB Home, or even see what else, Darden, just to see how those sectors are recovering. The restaurant sector, food, and just different at-home plays are recovering. But yeah, let's just get into the list I put up and see if there's anything interesting on the chart or the news. First off, GameStop. So we'll see what's going on with GameStop. Okay, any news or headlines on GameStop? GameStop to report quarter four earnings. What awaits the stock? So let's see what the consensus is. Slated for fourth quarter earnings results on September 2. Likely address pegged at, in the case, a 2.2 prior from year's CURI reported figure. I got a little chart here. See, range 3. Nothing too interesting in this article. Let's take a look at the chart anyways. So you see it's actually kind of relatively quiet, just basing around this 190 region, and we'll see if this earnings will be a catalyst for the push up, or if it'll be a disappointment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the earning estimate. That might be better than looking at the actual news articles. They're expected to earn, estimate is at 1.46. Number estimates 5172, 122, 127, 14.9 cents year over growth. Of course, they haven't reported yet. That's just the earnings estimate right there. Of course, earning analysts nowhere near the current price target. But let's take a look at the trader sheet. Okay, of course, support, they're saying 183, 172, and 159. It looked like that 190 region too. Resistance at 207, 221, and 231. Nothing too much more than that. Let's go ahead and look at the next item on the list. BNGO. So BNGO. See what the chart's been doing leading up to this earnings report. See if there's been any increase in volume. Volume staying relatively low. RSI strengthening. We got the histograms decreasing, so it's pretty neutral there on the MACD. Yeah, just basing around this region right here. Looks like you got that support around 694, and just if you want to use this little base as support, 829, to the top of 988 in that little region, kind of little box, build up the last week. I'm trading below the moving averages. So let's see any news or headlines. Present upcoming conference. Stocks income smart gains. Nothing too interesting here. Earning estimates. They're expected next quarter. Well, it doesn't even have the next quarter up here. Let's see here. Anyways, let's move on. Analyst rating. High target 15, medium 1094 and 075. Let's see what the trader sheet says. You got the first pivot point 881, 856, and 830. A resistance at 931, 957, 982. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. ADBE Systems. Take a look at the chart. Got a low at 420, kind of sideways right here in the range. The last 5 or 6 days from 458 to about 440-ish almost. Some green volume coming up into the earnings. Rising RSI strength. So that looks good for ADBE going into the earnings. 2 large cap stocks to buy ahead of earnings and hold. So let's see what they say why to buy this ahead of earnings. This is Zacks. See what they say about ADBE. The first stock we'll discuss is ADBE before it opens its first financial 2021 results after the closing bell, 23rd. Blah, blah, blah. Impressive run of double-digit revenue growth. Yeah, none of these articles are too interesting. But anyways, traders cheat sheet. Resistance 471, 464, 458. Support 445, 57, 438, and 432. So let's go ahead and move on. Go to my watch list. Home Group. Here's an interesting chart. Home Group's been increasing pretty steadily for the last, since beginning of March. Based out a little while right here. Got a little strong base. Moved up, based, moved up. Here got doji candle at the top, kind of indecisive, around $34. A little bit lower in the base, around $29. A lot of green volume. So this is something that might hit new highs if it gets good news. That's something you might want to put on your radar. News and headlines. Higher revenues margin to benefit RH's Q4 earnings. So RH5 housing cost. Oh, that's RH. We're looking for home. See anything about home? Yeah, I don't see too much here. At Home on expansion pre-opens 3 stores in March. Looks like they're growing. Yeah, just talking about general growth home is having. See the next quarter four of 2020. Yeah, I don't have it here. See, the last couple of earnings were surprises. So, if anything, the trend might hold. So this might be a good one to get into. Seeing year-over-year growth increasing for the next year, they expect to increase. Give it a high target of 34. So let's look at the trader sheet. Got support at 32.44, 31.55, and 30.79. 52-week high, 33.97, and then you got resistance at 34.09, 34.85, 35.74. So it's looking like it's gonna close in on some highs. So that's probably the most interesting one on the watch list, honestly. Curiosity Stream and Life are our last two ones we'll look at. Look at the chart. See, it's up 6.02% today. Yeah, look at this. It's just basing here, looking for some news to either push it higher or lower, push it down to the support at 1468, or I have to break, this resistance at 1927, and it's kind of in this tight box around 18 and 16. So not too much volume, but it looks like the RSI is strengthening. Any news or headlines that stands out? What's in store? Yeah, these are never good articles. 3 stocks you must avoid this month. Strong sells. Okay, yeah. Let's look at the past earnings. Looks like the last one was a negative surprise. So negative growth year over year. So that's not too promising. Although there's a couple analysts that give it a strong buy and a high price target of 25, medium price 20.60, and low of 12. But anyways, let's move on to the last one, Life. Looks like it went straight down, found support around 14.25, had one huge day, pulled back, and looks like it's losing strength on the RSI and the MACD right here around $5. So let's see what the trader sheet says about that support and resistance. Okay, support 510, 488, and 453, and resistance at 567, 602, and 624. Any news or headlines? BNGO Biotech Small Cap Conference. Okay, that's that big move. Will the strength last? It definitely didn't last. Earnings estimate. Let's see what it did on the last quarter. So it looks like each quarter is surprising the earnings and what's it going to do in the future. They're expecting growth. Fiscal year 2021. You see the growth. And last, that was the last stock in the list. If you want any other stocks, just let me know.